Am I audible? That is where our choice lies, in determining how we will meet the inevitable end of things and how we will greet each new beginning. A very good evening to the respected director, deans, professors, and everyone present here. I am Nida Mariam from the JSPF Panelist Relations team and a sophomore majoring in mechanical engineering, here to host the Jitheshraj Scholarship for Promising Freshmen, also known as JSPF's fourth annual Valediction Ceremony. Jitheshraj Scholarship for Promising Freshmen is a competitive scholarship exclusively for the first years of NIT Trichy. JSPF works to nudge students towards achieving clarity about their strengths and passion, with the vision being to bring together and nurture a lineage of leaders and changemakers for the betterment of the community and the society. 2021 has been a year of significant transitions for most of us, and while it was challenging, it has also been in growth. I'd like to congratulate all the first years for making it into NIT Trichy, the pride of India. To be in one of the dream colleges in our country after 2 years of hard work is indeed an achievement. We're also thrilled to honor the 9 finalists who have shown promise towards the betterment of the society. We'll be announcing the results of the logo design contest towards the end, so stay tuned. In today's agenda, we'll begin with a briefing about the scholarship by a group of former mentors and finalists. We'll be asking a few questions to get to know you better along the way, which will be followed by the Scholar Speak speech by Jspf. Post that, we'll have our most awaited felicitation ceremony. We'll then release the results of the logo design contest, after which we'll wrap up the event with the launch of the 2021 to 22 cycle of the scholarship. Before we begin, we have a couple of announcements. One, you can drop your questions in the live chat and we'll be answering those in the chat. A few of the questions will also be picked and answered at the end of the event. Secondly, we'll discuss the application requirements and process in details at our first step event, which will happen soon. You can get information about this and other upcoming events by registering the interest form. The link to the same is in the description below. Before we begin, I extend my warm welcome to everybody attending the session for the felicitation of the finalists of the 2020 to 21 batch and the launch of the 2021 to 22 application cycle. College is the phase of life where you discover your strengths, work on your weaknesses, and figure out what it is that you want from life, while also trying to make a good impact on others' lives. JSPF aims to do exactly this. It has a year long selection process that aims to help students achieve clarity about their passions and skills, kindle technological awareness, expose students to world class talent gauging systems, provide relatable role models, and instill a sense of service to the community. From its inception in 2017, the Jitheshraj Scholarship for Promising Freshmen has grown by leaps and bounds under the helm of Ms. Shivaran Subramaniam, founder and executive director of JSPF. And other events, supplemented by articles for monthly reading. Also receive constructive feedback on their interviews and essays, which could be of immense help in other global scholarship applications. Before we start, we would like to ask you a question. The question is, what do you look forward to the most in college? Let us know your answers by heading over to menti.com, menti.com, and using the code displayed on the screen. The code is 44259911. This shall be open for the rest of the event, but we'll be displaying the answers that are submitted within the next few 2 minutes. So be sure to answer it. Sports, internships. Okay, that's very interesting answer. Learning with fun. That is very important too. Meeting new people is actually one of the experiences that you'll have in college, and is pretty nice to meet people. Personality development, academics, expanding my horizons. Yes, you'll get a lot of exposure through various activities throughout college. So yes, and research. Okay. So these are the things that most of you are looking forward to in college, along with having fun while doing things important for your career too. Thank you for your participation. But what is this so called JSPF scholarship? And how does the entire process of getting through the selection process happen? What do you stand to gain from it? To answer these questions and more, I would like to call upon Himanshi Gupta, JSPF Finalist 2017, Sibi Pranav, and Ashwini Pechiappan, JSPF mentors, to talk about the scholarship. Over to you.
Hello, good evening. I am Himanshi Gupta, an IIT alumnus from the Department of ECE class of 2021. I am also a finalist of the 2017 edition of the Jitheshraj Scholarship and a current member of the DNI team. Before we dive deep into the scholarship process itself, let me tell you about the GSPF community. JSPF, which is short for Jitheshraj Scholarship for Promising Freshmen, is a diverse community of 100 plus changemakers. Our community comprises distinguished alumni of NIT Trichy, current students, and organizers from across the world, people who are passionate leaders and curious explorers. We have folks pursuing MS, MBA, and PhD from top universities like Stanford, Chicago Booth, and TU Delft. We have people working at the leading industry pioneers like Google and NASA. And we also have people who have pursued diverse career paths such as journalism and architecture. So essentially, at JSPF, whatever you wish to achieve, there is someone who can help you do it. If being a part of such a wonderful community excites you, I am sure your next question will be, how can I be a part of this community? How do I get to interact with the JSPF folks? The answer is by participating in the Jitheshraj Scholarship for Promising Freshmen. Now, what is the JSPF Scholarship? JSPF is a competitive scholarship exclusively for the first year undergraduate students of NIT Trichy. Both BTech and BArch students are eligible to apply. You can apply for the scholarship irrespective of your financial, social, or ethnic background. This basically means you still do not have to come from a low income background or have gone to an English medium school. We identify and encourage students who showcase the four qualities as they navigate throughout the college life. The qualities being curiosity, perseverance, will to make a difference, and growth mindset. And how do we know whether you have all these four qualities? Well, we ask you to submit an application at the end of the year along with some essays and other requirements. Details about the application are available on our website www.jrscholarship.org. Now, the moment you might hear the word essay, you might think, oh, I'm not a good writer. I have never written an essay. How can I ever complete this application? This is where our mentors come in. JSPF has four mentors throughout the year who will guide all interested first year students to complete the application process. These mentors are distinguished NIT alumni who have won several scholarships themselves and thus know what you need to do. And as you start your JSPF journey, who better than our mentors to guide you about the scholarship? Now, our helpful JSPF mentors, CB Pranav and Ashwini Pechapan, will walk you through the details of the JSPF scholarship process. CB, over to you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sibi Pranav. I am a graduate of NIT Trichy from the 2015 in the Civil Engineering Department. I was a mentor for the JSPF program in 2018-2019 cycle. I am joined by Ashwini Pechiappan, and we are really happy to be talking about the JSPF scholarship and the program. Firstly, JSPF scholarship was established in memory of Jitheshraj Scholarship. Jitheshraj embodied a spirit of true change maker for the NITT community and the society in general, with his passion, focus, leadership, humility, and above all, comradeship. So, participating in this program is your reward by itself, the kick, with all the ingredients required to transform yourself to be a leader, a change maker. Finally, to recognize a winner among you all, the scholarship provides the icing, which is a cash award of 50,000 rupees, an opportunity to fraternize with accomplished alumni of our college. You get guidance from scholarship winners and the fellowship awardees. In addition, you also get in-house training to prepare for and achieve world-class graduate level scholarships like DAD and MITAX. So who do we aim to reward the scholarship? We aim to reward not the smartest of the students, not the smartest, but those who show growth mindset and a promising trajectory. The key is growth mindset. And according to Stanford psychologists, a growth mindset is a belief that the person's capacity and talents can be improved over time. That is, you are not limited by your current skill set or your talents. And it is a belief that you can grow any of your talents and skills and you can constantly keep improving. And we want to reward those that exhibit this talent and mindset. Wondering if you are good enough to participate? We understand each of you come with different backgrounds, experiences, perspectives, and also privileges. Some of you may be confident, some of you may be hesitant, but I encourage you to drop all your inhibitions. This program, we are committed to create a scholarship process where all of you, first years, while wholly embracing your originality, you don't need to change for anybody, have an equal opportunity to be a part of this journey. Now, let's take a top view of your voyage as you navigate your application process. From your warm, cozy, comfort zone island, you get your first exposure to the program at this launch. In 4 months, you swim across the application process and to reach your mid-year checkpoint in about April. And by August, you will have submitted your application. In the month of September, you would receive the shortlist announcement. And finally, the shortlisted finalist will face a panel interview before the winner is announced. The organizers will be discussing the timeline in more depth. Now, I pass on to my fellow mentor, Ashwini, to take a deep dive into the JSPF journey and show you the benefits of this program. Ashwini, over to you.
Hi, I'm Ashwini Pichyapan, a civil engineering graduate of 2017 and a JSPF mentor of the previous year. So Sibi has been talking to you about JSPF, the organization and its mission, its goals, and I'm going to talk to you about what the JSPF voyage is going to be like for you, why you should take it up and why it's an amazing opportunity for you. So get ready. And for this, we're going to have to take a deep dive into what the JSPF year looks like. And first off, we welcome students from all departments. We like everyone to feel welcome. So if you have any issues, do reach out to us at info@jrscholarship.org. And if you have language barriers, if, for instance, you have trouble understanding the JSPF requirements, which are usually in English, do reach out to us and we'll try to find someone who can talk to you in a language that you're comfortable in. And apart from this, you're going to have help with your process throughout the year. And this will be through our amazing mentors. So you're going to have 4 mentors who are recent alumni of NIT Trichy. And these are people who have been really successful in their own fields. And they're going to help you through the process in many, many ways. For instance, you're going to have a scheduling session with mentors. And after that, they're going to be mentor officers where you can meet them regularly and get all your doubts cleared. And one really nice thing is that every year there are 4 mentorship sessions. These are like master classes conducted by each mentor. So they pick a topic, an area that they are really good at, that they've had experience with, and they conduct a hands-on session for you. And these topics are always really interesting and always have something to do with the application process. For instance, it could be about writing, it could be design thinking. I, for instance, last year conducted a session where I helped the students create their own projects from scratch. And it was a really fun session, and we also really enjoy doing these things. So make sure you join us for these things. And the next thing you can expect from the mentors is what's called the mid-year checkpoint. This will be, as the name suggests, in the middle of the year, and you'll get to get reviews from mentors about your application requirements and also discuss other issues and get their help in finishing your application. Yes, so I'm sure you'll have a really nice time with the mentors and getting to know them. And other than the help you get from mentors, you also have a lot of online resources at your hand. Like there's the JSPF website, of course. There are amazing social media posts by our communications team. There is the Medium blog where we make really nice posts, which I'm sure you'll enjoy. And there's the JSPF YouTube channel, which, among other things, it has all the past mentorship sessions that have been done by all the mentors. So you should make sure you subscribe to this channel and watch all those videos because they'll be amazingly helpful for you throughout your process, right? And as exciting as these things are, the really nice thing is you get to meet a lot of alumni who've been doing amazing things in their own fields. You get to meet past finalists. So these are students who themselves have been through this process. So you can talk to them, get tips from them, ask them about their own experiences. And you also get to meet the whole JSPF community, which has really, really diverse people working in a lot of different fields, different areas, and it will be an amazing experience for you as a first year to get to know these people. And JSPF makes it really easy for you to network these people. And how is that? That is through the engagement activities that are planned by the JSPF teams. So you can expect a flurry of really creative, really interesting events throughout the year. The first one for you would be called the first step, where you'll be told about what the requirements for the scholarship are. The next one would be the JSPF Conclave, where this is a really fun event where the whole JSPF community comes together to conduct events that can help you through your scholarship application process and other things. For instance, last year there was an Ask Me Anything session with the mentors where the students asked us anything, questions about our interests, about our careers. So they got to network with us on an informal note, and it was a really, really fun day overall with a lot of activities, and we finished with music and a lot of fun. So it's something that you can really look forward to. Other than that, there's the application clinic, where of course you get help with your application process. And the amazing part is that these events are so good, and yet you get brownie points just for attending these events. So look forward to them, watch out for them, because they're going to have make your year a really, really unique experience. So after you're done with all these things, at the end of the year, you'll see that the real reward of this process has been in how much you have grown, right? Uh, how much you have discovered about yourself in this process, how much of a network you've made with alumni, your fellow students through different departments, with your mentors. And you'll see how much that has benefited you, how many skills you've gained. And this is really what JSPF is about helping you find your passions, putting you on a path to really developing your interests and doing amazing things in science, technology, and other fields, and becoming amazing citizens in the future. So if you feel that this is you, that this is something you would like, then do join us. Take the first step. Join us in the JSPF process, in the journey, and I promise you a really amazing journey awaits you. So all the very best, and I hope to meet you at one of our future events. So good luck until then, and bye.
Thank you, Ashwini and Siddhi, for taking us through the JSPF voyage. And to our audience now, after all this, if you're convinced that you should apply for JSPF, what should your next step be? Well, there are three major things that you need to do. Firstly, fill in the interest form of the scholarship, the link to which is attached in the description below. This will help us communicate with you about the upcoming events related to the scholarship. 2. Join the official Telegram group of JSPF to stay tuned for regular updates. 3. On January 8th, we'll be organizing an event called as First Step, where we'll be talking about the essay and other requirements in detail. So do attend the first step and get started on your JSPF journey. Now, the JSPF journey of an applicant can be split into five major stages. The first stage is this orientation, when the application is open for all BTech and BArch students. Stage 2 is when you complete the three requirements I mentioned before: completing the interest form, joining the JSPF Telegram group, and attending the first step event. At stage 3, you need to complete a couple of more requirements. Remember, we spoke about mentors who are there throughout the year to help you through with the application process? Well, in stage 3, you need to attend a scheduling session with the JSPF mentor. And the second thing that you need to do is finish a mid-year checkpoint. We will discuss more about the mid-year checkpoint and scheduling session in the first step event. Stage 4 is when you submit your final application. Now, kindly note that stage 3 is mandatory. You can submit a final application even if you don't complete stage 2, but you cannot complete your final application without proceeding with stage 3. And finally, in stage 5, from the applications that we get, we select 8 finalists and 1 scholar who become a part of the JSPF community. Throughout this process, JSPF mentors are available to guide you to complete your application. Given that we only select 8 students in the end, why should you apply to JSPF? Because everyone who goes through the JSPF process takes away 3 things: clarity, communication, and confidence. Firstly, you will get clarity about your strengths and passion. For example, what is something that you like doing? What is something that you do not like to do? What do you want to pursue in the next 4 years of your college life? And how can you achieve those goals? By completing the JSPF process, students would get answer to these questions, and that will help you in your career and life in general. Secondly, the JSPF process also helps you improve your communication skills. Skills like essay writing, interview skills, critical thinking will help you throughout your college life in your academics and even beyond as you apply for jobs or pursue higher education. And finally, students who go through the JSPF scholarship process fully, complete all 5 stages, develop their confidence immensely as compared to their classmates who do not apply. This is because you get a lot of practice by speaking with leaders from various domains as a part of the application process, and you also get a support system for your mental health. Now, we keep talking about these 5 stages, and as a first year student, that can sound really difficult. And we do understand that. That is why we provide you with enough help throughout the process so that anyone, any first year undergrad student, no matter wherever you're from or what your parents do, which department you are in, as long as you have the interest and are willing to work hard, we will help you finish your JSPF scholarship process successfully. At every stage, we will help you with online resources, mentorship by accomplished alumni, essay reviews, mock interviews, and a chance to improve yourself with the help of constructive feedback. And finally, who should not apply to GSPF? We just said that anyone can apply for GSPF, but you should not apply to GSPF if you do not wish to improve yourself, your community, or the society, if you do not wish to explore different career paths, if you do not wish to learn from extraordinary alumni, and finally, if you're not a first year undergraduate student of United Trichy. The last point is extremely important. So, are you now convinced to apply for JSPF? Excellent. Become a change maker. Start your JSPF application today. And in case you have any queries or questions, feel free to write us at info@jrscholarship.org. You can get more information about Jitheshraj Scholarship at our website www.jrscholarship.org. And you can even follow us on all our social media handles to stay tuned for regular updates. I wish you all the best. Thank you. And back to you, Nida.
Thank you for that wonderful guide to the scholarship. I'm sure a lot of doubts were cleared and many are excited to apply and become part of the community. JSPF helps you grow yourself and your career while also networking with people globally. Now that you know what the scholarship is about, we would like you to answer this. What makes you the most excited about the scholarship? Is it becoming a JSPF scholar, being part of the mentorship program, or is it to explore your interests, or is it just being part of the JSPF community in itself? Do use the code on the screen to attend the poll on menti.com. The code is 44259911. You can head over to menti.com. So I see that a lot of people are actually interested in exploring their interests, and JSPF actually gives you a platform to do that. It allows you to connect with a lot of people in different fields, and thus you also end up understanding what you actually are interested in. I see that nobody has said yes for the mentorship, but the mentorship is also a very important part of the JSPF program. Uh, Apply to know more. Thank you for participating. Moving on, champions are made from something they have deep inside of them, a desire, a dream, and a vision, said Mahatma Gandhi once. With this, I invite one such champion, Jayakeshav KR, from the JSPF scholar from the batch 2019 to 20, and a third year student from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, to give his Scholar Speak speech.
Thank you, Nira. Thanks for having me. And hi, everyone. I'm Jspf KR, a third year student of Mechanical Engineering at NIT Trichy. And I'm the scholar of the JSPF Cycle 2019-20. So, as you might have gathered, JSPF aims to promote growth mindset and forward thinking. But what is the growth mindset? So, individuals who believe that their talents can be developed through hard work, good strategies, or input from others are said to have a growth mindset. If you believe that your abilities are fixed, then you're said to have a fixed mindset. So everyone is actually a mixture of growth and fixed mindsets. So, yeah, and this mixture usually evolves with experiences. So there are lots of texts that talk about growth mindset and its benefits, but they rarely touch upon its relationship between a person's mindset and their mental models. So mental models are conscious and unconscious understandings that you have of the world, which includes your picture of the world, your philosophies, your ideas of right and wrong, fair, unfair, and justice, and it includes your understanding how people behave and the way things are. So today I would like to talk to you about the importance of mental models, something that might change the way you look at the world. So I would like to lay stress on the fact that I speak from personal experience and knowledge that I have gathered through the years. I present it solely in the hope that it acts as a catalyst for you to develop your understanding of reality. So your mindset is basically like a subset of your mental model and they influence each other. So you can think of your mental model as an umbrella over your mindsets and your ideas. So mindsets and ideas fit in and make your mental model the same way your bones and your muscles and your organs in your body make up your body. So, how close your mental model is to reality and how compatible it is to reality has a direct and major consequence in your life. Suppose you're playing a game for which you're uncertain of the rules. You can think of your mental models as your understanding of the rules, right? So, if your understanding of the rules differ from the actual rules, you'll encounter things that you cannot explain. What you expect doesn't happen, and you start perceiving the game as random. So good luck and bad luck comes to your aid to explain the undesired and the desired events that happen in the game because you don't understand it. So and if your understandings of the rules doesn't change and if it remains fixed, then all of these undesired situations that we talked about continue to remain true. And as a consequence, your successes and your failures will largely remain out of your control. Like this. Or this. Right? But if you do start tuning your understanding based on what you observe and what you experience in the game, your understanding can slowly develop to mirror the actual rules of the game. So some parts of the game might still be random. So you might start, but you start to be able to explain more and more of the game, and you'll be able to take advantage of your understanding. So you acquire more control over the factors that affect your successes. So you can see that playing the game is analogous to living your life, right? But that's not the complete picture. It's equally, just as equally, if not even more important to have an understanding of yourself. So, why am I playing the game? Why do I desire these certain outcomes? So, why do I have these biases within me? So, having an understanding to the possible answers to these questions allows you to play the game even more effectively. For example, what we actually want or what we actually need to fulfill a certain desire might not correspond to what we feel we want or what we think we want. So, this will make us seek out the things that we feel we want, but our original desire can still remain unfulfilled. So, an understanding of ourselves can lead to the correspondence between what we want and what we think or feel we want, which leads to a more peaceful gameplay. So, an understanding, so the ultimate understanding that a person can come to is that they and the game are no different. They play the game, but they're also a part of others' games, other people's games. So the rules of the game still apply to them and they are bound by it. So this will bring to the question to what extent the players have free will. So when the players, sorry, so when the players themselves are a consequence of the rules of the game, their tendencies, their mindsets, and their mental models, all of these could be a consequence of the rules of the game, including their wish to develop their understandings of the rules of the game, right? So yeah. So this is the bold idea here. So the bold idea here is that this implies that humans might not have free will. I know this sounds crazy, but we can explain all of our experiences even if we don't believe in free will. And there are lots of perks associated with not believing in free will as well. So let me list out a few of them for you. So it allows for a different perspective on the roles of religion, law, and social norms play in our society. It can make us more humble, more empathetic, and make us focus on more on life than successes or failures. But to me, the most important consequence it can have is that it takes away the illusion of control and self-blame. So this is especially relevant to those of you who have just entered your first year of college. So you have entered a new phase of life that I like to call as after JEE. For some of you, this may be more than what you hope for, and to some of you, it may be less so. Regardless, all of you are here. So this is your fresh start in what can be considered a transition to the real world. So you will experience confidence and fear. You will experience elation and disappointment. You will experience inspiration and bouts of lifeless inaction, pride and humiliation, and something that is very less talked about, envy. So there will be times when you feel like you're on top of the world, when you feel like, and there will be times when you feel like you're nobody. So you'll meet people who inspire you and lift you up, and you'll also meet people who ridicule you and won't hesitate to push you down. So there will be moments of great triumph and moments when you feel like everything you have done until that point is a mistake. So there will be times when you feel like what you're doing is just not enough and everyone around you seems to fare better than you. So good times can be traversed well. But it's in these times of hurt, disappointment, and humiliation and fear that you need to take a deep breath and know that none of this is really in your hands. And the best thing that you can do is to do what you feel is best. I hope that the last few minutes add something valuable to your mental model. And I wish to close by wishing you the very best of luck for all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Jai Keshav, for giving us a whole new perspective on mental models and how we can change it to change ourselves for the better. You had us all enthralled. Moving further, it's time to hear from our past year panelists about their experience with the scholarship. I now call upon our panelists, Lakshmi S. and Vivek Shah, to talk about why you should apply to the scholarship.
Hello, my name is Lakshmi. I graduated from NIT Trichy in 2014, and I've had a long association with JSPF as a former mentor, former DNI member, and a current value-based panelist. And my reason for this association is the value that I see in the JSPF process and the ecosystem of JSPF. Um, and I also believe that JSPF generates value for all their first year applicants and not just the finalists or the winners. I also see that if I had JSPF in my first year of college, it could have helped me grow in so many facets of my life. So I just want to talk about three such aspects where if I was in first year, JSPF would have helped me. In my first year, I felt lost in a huge sea of students, and I was really low on self confidence and also self belief. Having participated in JSPF could have reinstated my faith in my ability to follow through on my commitments, and it would have also helped improve my self confidence. The application process to the scholarship also provides students with a reflective space where the students can think about how they contribute to the society and to their immediate environment, which is NIT Trichy. And I think this could be a really beneficial space for people to chart their path ahead in NIT Trichy and beyond. And I think that's also something that I could have used in my first year of college. That apart, in college, a big part of my learning experience was from my seniors who were also students at the time. And I feel like this learning could have expanded more and I could have had greater exposure if I had access to a network of alumni, very much like the JSPF community, which has a lot of members who are very accomplished alumni and who in my experience are also very responsive and very kind, and I feel like I could have definitely utilized that in my first year of college if I had that opportunity. So I'm here to tell you and strongly encourage you to pursue the application process and get a jump start on it, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
It's not the destination, but the journey that truly counts. Hi, I'm Vivek from the class of 2008 Computer Science Engineering at NIT Trichy. I've been involved with JSPF in various forms since its inception. If you think this is a scholarship where you get to be the one winner at the end of it, who gets the bragging rights to put it on their resume and that's set for life, then you're not truly taking in the benefits of the scholarship. If you seem lost in your first year trying to figure out what to do, or you truly want to challenge yourself and get out of your comfort zone, JSPF is that community that can help you with senior alumni, with folks in college itself. It's a community that can be your guiding star as you chart a new territory and define your own success. Through the values of being curious, persevering, trying to make a difference, and having a growth mindset. Terminology you'll hear a lot of corporates talk about being the definition of success. We think it's the same out here. And through this journey, if nothing else, you will get to learn more about yourself. Well, if you don't believe me, sign up for this, and I can guarantee you at the end of the season, you will come up to me and say, Vivek, you told us so. Wishing you all the best and welcoming you to the JSPF community. Take care.
Thank you, Lakshmi and Vivek, for those inspiring words. I'm sure your talk has motivated our audience to apply to the JSPF scholarship. Having gotten an insight into what the scholarship is about, I have another question for you. What do you think it takes to become a JSPF finalist? Is it having good grades, being part of many clubs, being confident and outspoken, having deep technical knowledge, or is it having experience working with NGOs? Head over to menti.com and log in with the code to let us know your answers. The code is 44259911. So I see that a lot of people have chosen being confident and well spoken, and one person has chosen being a part of many clubs, having deep technical knowledge, but mostly you think that it's being confident and well spoken. It turns out that it was a trick question because the correct answer is actually none of the above. All these things are great achievements indeed. However, they are not necessary for your application. To become a JSPF finalist, all it takes is a growth mindset, curiosity to explore, a will to make a difference, and discipline to persevere. Arriving at the most awaited segment of the entire session, we have the Felicitation Ceremony for the finalists of the 2020 to 21 batch. Moving on to the felicitation, I introduce this year's finalists with immense pride. So, we have a question prepared for each of the finalists regarding their JSPF journey. That is, what do you think is the most memorable moment in your JSPF journey? First, I call upon Anushri from the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering to answer this question.
Thank you for the question. I am Anushri from second year, and I use she, her, hers, and they, them, theirs pronouns. I was one of the finalists for the most recent cycle, and my favorite part of the application process was the written in NIT contest where um, we had to participate in a contest, not necessarily win, but we happened to win, and it was quite an interesting turn of events because I had met my teammates only a week back. I just called a couple of my classmates, and we went in with almost zero knowledge of what the contest is about. But we had a lot of fun, learned a lot of things, and yeah, that is my most memorable part of the event.
Thank you, Anushri. Next, I call upon Ashwath from the Department of CSC to answer the question.
So, hello all, I'm Ashwath from Computer Science. So, my most memorable incident in the application process was also the contest outside NIT Trichy. I found it really difficult to find contests related to my interest, that is math, but finally I was able to compete in one. I also learned about cold emailing this process in order to get the participation certificate from the institutions, and it was really fun. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ashwath. Next, I call upon Harshini from the Department of Electronics and Communications Engineering.
Hey everyone, this is Harshini from the Department of ECE. So I don't exactly have one favorite moment as such because the entire journey was very memorable. There were a plethora of opportunities and it was a brand new exposure for me because as I started into college, because I got really overwhelmed because of it. But JSPF definitely was one of my best decisions in my first year because it provided me a pathway to explore a lot of different options. And to say one of my favorite moments, it was the mentorship sessions for every requirement of the application process because it was really excellent and it was not just like pertinent to this scholarship and it was in general for the future ones. So that was my favorite moment.
Thank you, Harshini. Next, I call upon Nagavali Chatla from the Department of Tripoli to answer the question what she thinks is the most memorable moment in the JSPF journey.
Coming to me, I felt mentor are the most memorable moments for me because I used to speak with the mentors a lot and they created guidance for us. And yes, this is the most memorable moment for me. Thank
Up next, we have Manak Khan from the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering to answer the question.
Good evening, all. I am Manak Khan, currently a second year MME student and a JSPF 2021 finalist. My most memorable moment of JSPF was completing the MOOC courses I did because MOOC courses helped me explore my new domains and areas, and it also helped me understand my interest and aptitude. So that was all about me. Thank you.
Thank you, Manak. Up next, we have Naresh B from the Department of Chemical Engineering to share his most memorable moment in the JSPF journey.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Naresh, pursuing second year of chemical engineering and a JSPF finalist. I was initially hesitant to participating in competition outside of NIT Trichy. JSPF gave me the much needed nudge to start doing that. One of the first competition I participated was a startup pitching one conducted as part of Technical Fest for CEG Gindi. It was a 2-day event which me and my friends participated. The first round was a business problem solving one, and the second day the selected participant put forward their startup ideas in the second round. It was amazing and a great learning experience. I connected with new people and later we managed to get second place in that. It was a memorable one.
Thank you, Naresh. Up next, we have Parvat C from the Department of Civil Engineering to tell us about his most memorable moment.
Hello everyone, this is Parvat from second year civil department. One of my memorable moments on JSPF journey is that after party after the conclave event, we enjoyed music that were played in the party after the conclave, so it was one of my favorite moments of JSPF journey. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Parvat. Next, we have Harshit from the Department of Civil Engineering to tell us about his most memorable moment.
Hi everyone, this is Harshit, second year civil sophomore of NITT and one of the 9 finalists of this year's application cycle. Coming to my favorite moment, every part of the JSPF journey is one of my favorite memorable moments in my life. But the most memorable moment among those are the finalist announcement, which I was very thrilled. Thank you.
Those were our 9 finalists, each devoted to improving themselves. These are applicants selected after a lot of scrutiny from the pool of applications received last year. They'll receive certificates of appreciation from their SPF. Without any further ado, I'll call upon Ms. Sivarini Subramaniam to announce the winner. Over to you, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. First of all, congratulations to all the finalists. Completing the JSPF application process is a long, hard road, but when you see the students transform during this year, become more confident, more articulate, and more importantly, more empathetic, it makes it all worthwhile for everyone involved. So the fact that you have come this far and worked this hard makes you all a winner. Please do enjoy this moment and do celebrate you. Now, on to who wins the cash award of 50,000 rupees and takes the title of JSPF Scholar. This candidate has had a long journey to get to this point, but it was all worth it when our panelists had no doubt about their decision. With immense pride, I announce the JSPF Scholar for the year 2020 to 2021. There's a typo on the screen. JSPF Scholar for 2020 to 2021 is Harshini Murali. Congratulations. Very, very well deserved, Harshini. Harshni, would you like to say a few words?
Hello everyone, this is Harshini, and thank you very much for this because really honored to be a part of this. And I would also like to congratulate all my fellow finalists because this required immense dedication and commitment throughout the year. So thanks a lot, and thank you Shivranjani ma'am because thank you for curating such a detailed timeline for us and all the panelists who helped us for all the small hurdles that we faced throughout the journey. And thanks a lot, everyone. It was really a great honor to be a part of this.
Congratulations to all the finalists and the winner of the batch 2020 to 2021. Moving on to the more recent contest organized by the team, it is time to announce the results of the logo design competition. The contestants are asked to design a logo that reflected the values of the Jitheshraj Scholarship program. Out of the entries we received, the entire JSPF community voted to decide the winner, and we would like to specially mention entries from Shlok Maheshwari from the Department of ICE, Sudhir Kotapli from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, and Rahul Singh Rusia from the Department of Architecture. The winner of the contest with an overwhelming number of votes is Aryan Rao from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you to all contestants for participating in the contest and sharing your ideas with us. Moving on, we'll now answer some questions posted by you in the comments. First up, the question asked was, just a second. Yes. Can a foreign national apply to be a part of this scholarship program? Answer is yes. As long as you're an undergraduate first year student of NIT Trichy, you can apply to the scholarship. There are not a lot of other eligibility criteria at all. The next question would be how to apply for this scholarship. So you can look at our website www.jrscholarship.org for this information. But more importantly, you should apply. You should attend the first step on January 8th, where we'll go in depth about the application process. You can also fill out the interest forms, which are in the website itself. Okay. So this question is, what is the full form of JSPF? It is Jitheshraj Scholarship Program for the promising freshmen. So I think those are the questions. I now call upon Ms. Shivarani Subramaniam, founder and executive director of JSPF, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries, JSPF community, friends, family, and the incoming class of first-year students, good evening. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this extraordinary evening. And trust me, there are a lot of people I have to thank. I'm Shivaranjani Subramanian, founder and executive director of the Jitheshraj Scholarship for Promising Freshmen NIT Trichy and the managing trustee of Ahead Trust. I'm also an alumna of NIT Trichy from the class of 2015. And if I have learned anything in the last 4 years, it is the fact that when you have an ambitious idea, an idea that brings out the best in people and has the potential to change the world, it is people from NIT Trichy who will be the first to join you in your adventure. I started JSPF in 2017 with the help of 4 mentors, 6 panelists, and a family who believed that we could honor the memory of their son gracefully. 4 years forward, here we are with 32 JSPF finalists, 6 teams, 100+ strong community, and countless students who have benefited from the scholarship process. It would not have been possible if not for the faith and hard work of many. My first and foremost thanks to the finalists and applicants of the 2020-2021 cycle. 2021 has been a difficult year throughout the world.
with people going through immeasurable sense of loss on many fronts. Yet, here you are, having ploughed through it all, coming out with a stronger, kinder person. We thank you for championing the values of the Jitheshraj Scholarship and making us believe in our dream. The scholarship would not be existent if not for the support we receive from the NIT Trichy administration. Our heartfelt thanks to our director, Dr. Kannabran, Deans of Alumni Affairs, Dr. Subayan and Dr. Nisha, Recal Manager, Mrs. Pani, Recal Office Bearers, and all NIT Trichy faculty members who get involved as faculty advisors, panelists, and well-wishers. We are blessed to have your insights and wisdom and hope to receive your patronage in the future as well. This event would not have been possible if not for the extraordinary efforts of a dynamic team. Hats off to JSPF Associates Nanda Kishore, Parvat, yes, the JSPF finalist from last year, and Nida Mariam, our wonderful host. They have been our eyes and ears on NIT Trichy campus. I also thank a senior associate Himanshi Gupta and lead associate Siddhant Chandra, who took the event as their own, meticulously planned out its details, and worked day and night to get it all right. I also thank the help and support offered by JSPF community members Ashwini Pechiyappan, Sibi Pranav, Lakshmi S., Vivek Shah, Anushri Appandarajan, Harshit Gansala, and Shreyas. We've heard a lot about the JSPF community today, and they deserve all the great words that have been spoken about them. Thank you, panelists, mentors, finalists, and scholars. This year has been exciting with a lot of ambitious new projects, and we have you to thank for it. I would be remiss if I do not thank the families of our JSPF applicants. It is your strength and resilience that our applicants portray, and this is as much your moment as it is theirs. And finally, the cornerstone of our values and ideals. Our thanks to Jitheshraj's family, whom we can hope celebrate the success of our JSPF finalists as much as they would have the success of their own son. For without him, none of us would be here together. Thank you, everyone, and wishing you a very happy new year. We hope to see many new curious minds and promising first-year students in this new academic year. Over to you, Nida.
Thank you, ma'am. Before we end the session, we would like to know one more thing. Go over to the Mentimeter site, type in your answer to the question as to what you're going to do next. The code is 44259911. Yes, so I see that a lot of people are actually enthusiastic about applying for the scholarship. Yeah. Yes, so your next steps in your JSPF journey would be to fill in the interest form, join the Telegram group, and then attend the first step event. With this, we come to the end of the valediction ceremony. For the batch of 2021 to 22, this is your chance to showcase your caliber and determination to grow, improve, and build yourself. Make use of this opportunity to explore and learn about the surroundings around you, the society, community, but most importantly, you. We have shared the interest forms in the comments below. To know more, be sure to check out our website www.jrscholarship.org and do stay tuned to our social media handles to learn more about the first step in the application process. Also, do join the Telegram channel for regular updates. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.